Well, good afternoon. It's Friday the 25th of February. It's just about 10 to 4. I'll come over the lake this afternoon just for the last couple of hours, do a bit of fishing. I haven't really had any time to do any fishing this week. Not been out since the previous Wednesday, to be honest, when I fished the match. Wasn't able to do the match this week, and I thought I'd just pop over, have a couple of hours and see if we can perhaps tempt a carp, because things are warming up a little bit. And while I've been over here doing some pole fishing and stuff, I've started to see one or two carp on the move. But of course we've had all this rain now from those couple of storms, and they've really coloured the water up. I'll take the temperature of it in a moment and find out what the temperature is. But we're here, so we're going to give it a go. It's quite pleasant, it's quite warm. And even in these conditions, there's often a chance. I wondered why nobody else was here. Now I know. Robin sitting right on top of the camera there. I don't know whether I can get it before it flies off, but he's obviously remembered me and thought he might be in for a free meal. Oh, there you are, down there. Lovely to see. There's more to fishing than just catching fish as far as I'm concerned. Other people might differ, but that's up to them. Yeah, I'll see if I can find you something in a minute. I've remembered my cup, that's the most important. Now I'm taking a best guess at the moment because I haven't seen anything move on the lake when I arrived and just walked round. So I'm going to take a best guess for the moment, and then if I do see something lump out, I'll move straight on to it a little bit later, or if I see something lump out. But we'll make a start here for the moment. This is the last area that I've seen carp actually lumping out, so we'll give it a go. The wind's pushing into this corner and it's warmer here than it is at the top of the lake. I'm just going to take the water temperature in a moment, see if it's gone up since my last carp fishing visit. I haven't really had a chance to get out and do any since I was last here. Seems to have steadied off at around 11.7, 11.8. It's holding at around there, 7.6. At least 4 degrees warmer than when I came last time. I've already cast out. I'm not going to bother back leading today. I don't think there's a real need with the watercolour as it is. I'm just going to scatter a handful of pellets around the area. Well, we've certainly had some storms come in over the past couple of weeks, the 3 storms we've had. Always reminds me of when I was farming and went into work one morning, and we'd had a storm then, but it was snow, and with it, snow had piled up. And when I got into work in the morning, we got all the sheep and the lambs in the barn. We brought them all in. The end of the barn had blown off. There was dead sheep, dead lambs everywhere, snow piled up all over the place. And my boss turned up and he come and stood next to me, and he got his fags out, used to smoke back in those days, and he gave me a park drive and lit one up himself. He didn't say a word, and he was just taking a drag of this fag, and then he said, there was a wheelbarrow over leaning against the wall that had been blown over, and it had got a flat tyre on it. And he turned around and he said to me, I knew it was going to be one of those days. He said, even the wheelbarrow's got a flat tyre. Funny how the things stick in your mind. I was about 30 back then. Yeah, quite a severe old winter. We don't see too many of them anymore, do we? We don't have, certainly don't have snow like that. That was about for probably the best part of 4 or 5 weeks. I used to have to take the tractor home with me. He came and picked me up in the Land Rover, and I left the car at home and drove the tractor back and forth to work for about 4 weeks. I've been repainting the numbers on the peg platforms. Bob and John said that they got some work to do here last Wednesday. Looks like that's one of the things they've been doing. Chopping down a few branches and that. The Spring League starts here shortly. I'm fishing the Spring League this year. It's just silverfish, but keep me occupied on a Sunday. I wouldn't normally come out on a Sunday because most places tend to be a little bit crowded. The canal has usually got lots of boats going up and down on a weekend, so I tend to give the weekends a miss, apart from either very early morning or late evening. So what I thought was if I fish the Sunday League, at least the lake will be booked, so there'll just be me and the other match anglers on there. So it'll help get me out on a Sunday. And hopefully I'll catch a few fish and have a good laugh and a bit of fun at the same time. I'm just going to have a recast a moment because I can actually see some bubbling coming up a bit further up from where I'm fishing. Now they might just be bream bubbles, it's hard to tell with the sun in my eyes, but it's something certainly bubbling there. There's no need to move, I can reach it from this swim. If there'd been other people here, obviously I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd either have to move to the swim where I can see the activity, or give it a miss, but where's that patch of bubbles? That's the trouble. Oh, there's still bubbles coming up, whatever it is. It's nice now that the nights are lengthening. Be sort of 6 o'clock before it gets dark now, rather than 4:30, 4:45, which it was before. Won't be long now, about a month from now, when the clocks go forward. And all of a sudden, it's light at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. They do look a little bit big for bream bubbles. I think it's going down to about 1 again tonight. Very chilly at nights. That's better, the sun's disappearing a little bit now. I was setting in that corner before, but it's setting a bit further up now. I know that in the height of the summer it sets right up that corner up there. Because when I've been fishing down this bank here, it's often been an absolute pain in your eyes when you're trying to float fish. Well, the sun's gone, so more bubbles at the moment. There's a fish just come up to the top then, but I think that's just a bream. I need a spladoosh. I've not seen or heard anything elsewhere on the lake. My bubbles seem to have gone anyway. It's flattened right off now down here, wind stopped blowing in at the moment. Get to the 21st of March, it's the first day of spring, so I haven't got long left to catch a winter carp, have I? Time's ticking on a little bit. Certainly been a bit tougher this year than it was last year. Oh, this could be it. Yes, I believe it is. Doesn't feel like a bream. Oh, make sure that camera's running. This could be our carp. I don't think it's a monster, but it could be our carp. Oh, one's just come right up in front of me as well. Close. Well, it's taken me 4 trips out. I haven't caught it yet because we haven't got it in, but it's taken me 4 trips out to actually get a bite and hook one. And I was just sitting there, you know, as you do, you start doubting yourself and you start thinking, maybe it's not going to happen again. Temperature's starting to go, but here we are. Right. Come on, let's have you in the net. Oh, I just pinged off a dorsal, I think. Oh, it'll do, it'll do. It's not a 2-pounder, and it looks a bit like it's got a bit of a pig ugly mouth, but it will do. Ooh. Come on, don't. Oh. Come on, be kind to me. Oh, struggling here a bit. Oh, there we are. We are in. Oh, there's a load of branches around the edge here. Let's just open that up. Where the branches have fallen in from the storm and one thing another. Yeah, it's caught me up round that branch there. I thought it had. That's better. Oh, still. That's not bad at all. Right, I'm going to get the unhooking mat and we'll get it weighed. Well, I've just weighed that, 16 pound. It's certainly not the prettiest fish I've ever caught, but it's certainly one of the most welcome. That's absolutely lovely. Let's turn it around, just have a look at the other side. Yeah, it's a bit better on the other side. Yeah, well, that's my first carp of 2022. It's always good to get the account open, isn't it? Very pleased with that, because I really didn't think I was going to get anything and it was going to get a blank again. Nice common as well. Lovely. Let's get it put back. Well, it's an absolutely beautiful sunset, as you can see behind me, perhaps on the camera. I've let it have a rest. Gonna let it get away now. But, yep, I'm so pleased. There he goes. Absolutely fantastic. So I think we'll call it a day after having that fish. I'm so pleased. You can't believe it, honest. Really can't. Anyway, until the next time, once again, thank you for watching and all the best with your angling.